Fascinating documentary, man. I really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you very much.
I think it's interesting because here you get to control your image a little bit more, and people get to see you for who you really are. And I imagine it's hard because over the years, I think when you're an artist in any sort of situation, you want control of your image, you want people to see you. But here you had to sort of be more vulnerable in a way you haven't before. How challenging was that for you?
I mean, as far as with my image, I didn't go into it to really like rectify any false understandings about my image. I kind of went in with the opposite direction of just like, just do what you feel. Just shoot what you get. I'm not afraid of my truth, you know? And so I just made sure that I was open enough to let the cameras be rolling during like probably, you know, a good amount of time when most people in my position would be like, stop the cameras for a second. And I just let the cameras keep rolling, and what you see is what you get. And I think it shows a lot of vulnerability, and it helped the other artists to be vulnerable, and it's something that you get to see who Sean is.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, we've seen you play around with that image before, like in the Get Him to the Greek.
Yeah.
I thought you stole every scene you had in the film.
Thank you.
What was it like doing that film in terms of like, comedy's never easier than drama, but I was like, was that challenging for you as well?
Comedy to me was way easier than drama for me. I like to laugh, I like to have a good time, and so it was something different because I had did so many dramas before then and played so many serious roles. So this was actually a movie that I got to really go and be free and have fun on. And Judd Apatow and the whole crew and Nick Stoller, they really let you just improvise, and so it was great. We had a script, but we didn't really have a script. We just had every day, let's go in there and cut up.
Right, nice.
Yeah.
And the big show that the documentary is about, you had 3 weeks to put together, which is an insane amount of time to put a show together, any show together. If you had more time to put the Bad Boy show together, would you have done anything differently?
Yeah, we had more time before we went out on tour. So you got to remember, we did this show, and then like 5 months later, we went out on tour. And so the tour that went out and sold out in every city, that was like the show, what the show would look like if we had more time. And so that got great reviews, and everybody was happy, and that's what it's about. It was about celebrating, you know, our relationship with our fans and our relationship with each other and our relationship with the music. And so you can't go wrong when you do that, you know? And we just played the hits.
Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Nina Simone at one point says that, you know, freedom for her was no fear. It's a great quote. When do you feel most fearless? Is it on stage or in the studio?
I would say I feel the most fearless in the studio, you know, and on stage I gotta really push myself to get to that point, because it's such a high bar of fearlessness, you know, just to let it all go, and you know, especially in front of the big crowds and things like that. So the studio, I could probably say, is easier for me to be more fearless, but in this context, you get to see what we all deal with, which is that fear, and then that moment of, like, actually in the movie you have one show where the fear kind of took us over, so we had a bad show the first show, and so the second show we were pushed to be fearless, and that's a whole nother level.